All right. Yeah, I got a Tesla Model Y instead of a Honda or a Toyota or honestly a Mazda or anything like that. And yeah, I don't know. I thought it was the best decision. Here are a few reasons why I did that. I'm actually just charging my Tesla. I know what you guys are saying. Dude, you don't have to charge in a Honda and Toyota. I get it. I get it. It's way more reliable. I agree. I agree. But Tesla had 0% APR and Honda and Toyota were not doing that. And everything I wanted for a Honda or Toyota was actually costing me more than this Model Y. With the federal tax credits, with the state tax credits, and the referral code, which you can use mine, you'll get $1,000 off with 0% APR up until December 15th. Get it right now. Link is down below. But take advantage, dude. Yeah, I wanted a car that was technologically advanced. The Honda that I was looking at honestly was gonna be like a couple $1,000s cheaper, like $3,000 to $4,000 cheaper. And sure, it's gonna last me way longer, but the audio system sucked. The drive was not as great. Range is better, and it's a little bit more reliable, but I also wanted to avoid like, you know, all those maintenance things as well. And I was like, dude, right now is the best time to get an EV because of all the tax credits. They might not be here in the future. So I was like, you know what, right now is probably the best time. And I know the Model Y Juniper is coming out, the new refresh version, but I was like, you know what, I've seen the Model 3 refresh. It is better, I won't lie, but it's not that much better. I don't know what this flashing guy is doing. I think he's trying to get this person out of the way. I think this guy just jacked someone's charging station. So if you have a gas vehicle, you don't have to deal with this. But I was comparing my Model Y to what I had previously. Honestly, let me get back to it. So the reason I switched also, and the reason I got this car was because I was in the market for a car. Unfortunately, a family member was driving my last car, which was a Hyundai Kona, and that was totaled, completely totaled. So because it's totaled, I needed a new car, and that was my car. The range on that is actually like 350, 360 miles, somewhere along there. So that is not that much greater than the Tesla Model Y. And for where I would go get gas was honestly like I would try to get cheaper gas, and I would drive like 15 minutes away, which also the supercharger is also 15 minutes away. I'm taking advantage of the supercharging because I do have free supercharging till February 18th. So I was like, you know what, let me go out of my way, see how the supercharging is, and also install a charger at my house. So I took like a dryer plug, and from my basement I installed it to the outside because I can only charge outside from where my house is. And honestly, it's great. It fills it up like 6-7 hours, 5 to 6, 7 hours. So I have no complaints with charging. I have had to wait a few times, but you know, I love the tech in this. The tech in this is 1,000 times better than any car out there. You can say self-drive or auto steer, whatever, lane keep assist is great in a lot of cars, and it is. It does the job for like, you know, long range stuff as long as you're monitoring this. But FSD in this, I kid you not, is one of the best, greatest. Like, I feel like I'm in the future with this car. And that's honestly, I think, what I value the most. A lot of people value having their car for 30 plus years, and trust me, I am also like that as well. I do have a Honda CRV that is still lasting me. It's from 1999. It's still on my driveway. Like, it's still drivable. It has like 295,000 miles. Now, do I think I'm gonna get 295,000 miles with this? I might, but the battery's gonna degrade. I've thought about all that. Like, the depreciation on EVs is way more than a Honda. I looked at it like 5 years, roughly 55%. For a Honda, it's 40%. But I was thinking with the 0% APR, the extra money that I would have used to spend on a Honda, instead of paying most of it off, I can invest that in the market and probably gain to 10 to 15% with that income that I would have probably used on interest if I were to spend on a Honda. The Honda was roughly coming about to be like 43,000 with taxes and fees and everything, and that's how much this Tesla Model Y kind of came around to be. So I think it was a no-brainer for me. I don't really even drive that far. I was like, dude, I can't drive that far because you know, like I can't drive that far if I go long distances. And then I was like, dude, in the last like 7 years, I've never really gone that far where I needed to drive. And then there's the Tesla supercharging network. So I'm like, I do work mobily. So I'm like, I bought a table actually. It's funny. I bought a table so I can do work in the car. I like the text features, and with this car I can make content about it. It's so technologically advanced, and it gets better over time that I can make content with it. With the Honda CRV or the Toyota RAV4 or the Mazda CX-50, I don't think I could have made as much content with it. It's just like, it doesn't make sense, you know? So far, I love this car so much that actually I've had this exactly 3 weeks from Monday. Right now it's Tuesday. So it's been 3 weeks and 1 day. I've had 1,519 miles on it. 1,519 miles on it. I have full self-driving till April 17th, and I have premium connectivity for the next like week or something like that. But yeah, am I gonna get full self-drive after this? Dude, I don't know. I think so. Probably. Yeah, so if you're in the market for a car or want to take advantage of like this rare Tesla deal, I would do it right now. It might happen again next year, but I don't know. I don't think this happens that much. Like 0% APR on Tesla is crazy. Also, I don't know why this song started, but yeah, it's honestly insane. I know I've been yapping about this car, but I'm like, I love this car so much. Let me give you details about the car now, for them haters. Also, like, tell me if I'm doing my math wrong, or like do the math for me in the comments. I'm down. It just seemed like 0% APR is the best thing. I don't have my money devaluing in a car, although it already is, but I can offset that 15% from a Honda or whatever into the stock market and probably gain a bigger return from that. So the math was more mathing from the EV, and I was saving from maintenance, and I was saving from charging and stuff like that. Obviously, it did cost me some stuff to like have a charging installed. We did it ourselves, but yeah, those are all the things. I did do some upgrades, like I put floor mats and like mud flaps and all this stuff. So yeah, about my car, I got it red. I got it red, so I paid a little extra for that because I wanted it to be a little different. And then like somebody told me like, hey, it reminds me of Spider-Man. I'm like, oh shit, now I know the name of my car. It is Toby. So I named my car Toby, and I'm gonna do some like mini enhancements to make it more like Spider-Man-esque. I have some upgrades that I'm gonna do that I'll show you guys. But if you guys know anybody that would do some of this stuff, like I'm trying to get creative with this. Guys, trust me, I'm not a car guy, but I've become one from this Tesla. And I'm not like EV over gas. I still think gas is way more reliable than an EV. 100%. The EV is not for everybody. Although the convenience of an EV can happen, but I wouldn't go for an EV for convenience, if you know what I mean. I do think like if the technology was in a gas car, if this like, you know, built-in dash cam, built-in cameras, full self-driving can happen in a gas car, I would probably go with that gas car. But the thing is, it just doesn't exist. Like I'm telling you, like some cars have the lane keep assist, but it's nowhere near as good. My Hyundai Kona had a lane keep assist. It was great. It was good. But dude, this is like, there have been situations where FSD is driving better than I am. I'm a good driver. I'm a good driver. I try my best. And the instant torque of the Tesla is nice, but like I said, I would trade that for the convenience of having a gas car, and the range would be much higher, but I'm used to having low range from a gas car, if that makes sense. And if you charge overnight, you're good. Like if you charge at home, I think only get an EV if you can charge overnight. And yeah, let me know if I'm dumb. Honestly, like I'm probably dumb. I will take great tech and something to make content about over, you know, the long-term reliability, because I think this will be reliable. Like you have 8-year battery warranty. So anything that fucks up with the battery, oh, your battery sucks, your battery, if it degrades over 30%, I'll get a brand new battery, you know? So, as long as it's under 8 years. And then like, there's like 4 or 5 years, like other maintenance package or not maintenance package, but like, you know, there's that warranty built in there as well. So I don't know, I like my car. I love my car so far. This is like, I can tell you what cars I've owned. I've owned the Honda CRV 1999, still amazing car. Tesla Model Y now. The Lexus IS 250, great. And then I have the Hyundai Kona. And I'll rank you all the cars. So far, you know, we're not talking a long term, but Tesla Model Y is up there. It is the most fun I've ever had in a car. And like, I've only had it 3 weeks, but like, every day I'm still excited to drive this car. It has like, and it gets better over time. Two, I will say the Honda CRV, because it's lasted me so long. Like, it was my parents' family car. Then it became my first car. It was the first car that like a lot of my aunts and uncles learned how to drive on. And it was our transportation vehicle. It became my other uncle that came from Pakistan. It was his main car. Then it became my cousin's main car. And now it is back to us. And it's still surviving at like, I think around 300,000 miles, which is insane. The door sucks. Like, I've had some problems with it, but in terms of the car issues, that was the least I've had over the other, which I'm getting to number 3, Hyundai Kona. Hyundai Kona was amazing. It had great tech features, but as a brand new car, I had to take it into maintenance because it had a tire pressure. The tire pressure maintenance system did not work. It did not work. It glitched out of nowhere. I sent it in. Obviously, they fixed it for free. They also lied to me. They lied to me. They said they would give me 3 years of basic maintenance, like oil changes, all that stuff. They gave me, I think, 3 or 4 maintenance, right? You have to change your oil like once every 6 months or something like that, right? So they only gave me 4. Do the math. That's 2 years. So when I told him, when I was going for my like 4th and final one, he was like, "This is your last one?" I'm like, "What the heck? You guys gave me 3 years." And he was like, "You're supposed to stretch it out for 3 years." And I'm like, "What? Stretching that out?" So when you're getting a new car, just look at that, you know, basic. I don't have to do any basic like maintenance from this. So yeah, no panel gap issues, anything in Tesla. I saw something and I was like, let me just report it, because you get to report anything, any issue for the first like 24 hours, you get to report anything. So I was like, you know what, let me do it. And so then I took it in. They like kind of fixed like a panel gap. It wasn't really a panel gap. It was just like, I didn't know if I should report it or not. I was like, might as well, free fixing or whatnot. The center console, it like bounced a little bit, but I was like, it wasn't bothering me, but I was like, you know what, let me get it fixed. So they're sending me like a brand new armrest. They're like, yeah, it's not that great. And I'm like, I mean, it was 100% usable. I would have not noticed. I'm just complaining to like over nitpick, but anything, I was like looking for stuff, right? So yeah, that was all good. And then what else? Yeah, so, and then 4th, I would say the Lexus IS 250. Great car, very comfortable. It had very sporty, but I just don't like sedans. And 2, dude, the tires were a little bit staggered, or I forgot what the correct term is, but the tires wear out faster. And the tires wear out faster on this as well, but the thing is, those tires were thin on the Lexus IS 250, so anytime I hit a pothole, flat tire. So I'm an expert at flat tires. I've probably had 6 to 7 flat tires on the Lexus IS 250. I've had a few on the Kona, but that's because nails. So nails have done that. So now I know how to patch tires. I'm really good at that. So yeah, the only complaint I have with this is that the mobile connector does not come with the car like it used to. And no spare tire, which is fine because I have a bunch of space. So I think Tesla has like, I think they have, you know, 24/7 roadside assistance. So I don't know, we'll find out long term. I think this is a fun experience. If I don't like the car, oh well, I lose out on massive depreciation, but it's whatever. And I think the depreciation is just people being over scared of EVs. I think EVs are actually, their value is much higher than what they are in the market, and I think it's because of fear. When it comes to cars, I think genuinely people have like a hive mind of what the car market is like 5 to 10 years ago. Like, people still say like Mazdas suck, but they literally use Toyota's powertrain. So it's like, which is like, they use one of the most reliable powertrains now. They literally use the same factory. So like, Mazda's insanely reliable. And don't get me wrong, I do think Honda, Toyota, and Mazda are one of the best in reliability, but I wanted something hybrid where I wanted tech, I wanted a good driving experience, and I wanted some reliability. I know people are saying like Tesla's probably the worst reliability. These batteries apparently go to 1,000,000 miles. I can probably battle depreciation to see as an experiment how long this car will last me. I'm okay with that. I'm down with that. It may not last me a long time. It may last me a long time. Who knows? But at least like I'm getting that utility, that fun out of this EV. Like this is the most fun car I've driven. This is like the car I've enjoyed the most out of all of them. And maybe at the end of the day, that's all that matters. You know, for some of y'all, it's getting from point A to point B. But yeah, I wanted an SUV by the way, so that's why like the car prices were that much. And Honda, Toyota for that much nowadays is insane. And that's like lower trim levels. That's not even the highest trim level. The highest trim level easily would have been way much more than this. So yeah, that's my rant. I've been going on for 16 minutes. My throat is dry. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know. I want to be more consistent in making videos and like talking and stuff like that. I usually don't talk like this. This is just like flow state recording. And I think I'm just going to upload this. No editing, no whatnot, you know. I'm charging my car. I have 15 minutes remaining. I don't have to stay here for 15 minutes, by the way. I'm just taking advantage of the free supercharging. So get yourself a Tesla before time runs out. Use my code referral link. You'll get $1,000 off, up to $2,000 off, depending on the car, and take advantage of the 0% APR. I think it's an amazing deal. Like Honda, Toyota are with the interest is like insane. And then I think Ford is offering 0% APR for their Mach-E's, but I don't know much about Ford, so I can't give you a recommendation there. But use the Tesla thing, yeah, referral down below. Make sure you use that because you will get $1,000 off. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you're crazy, but I appreciate you. All right, peace.